Hey y'all, it's Stacy with southernbite.com. Do you get intimidated when you see a recipe that calls for you to cut butter into flour? It can be super overwhelming, but it's really easy. I'm going to show you several easy methods to make cutting butter into flour super simple. Now, when a recipe calls for you to cut the butter into the flour, all you're doing is chopping the butter up into tiny pieces. And there are several ways that we can do that. Some folks will say that the easiest way to do that is with a food processor, and while that's certainly the easiest, sometimes it's hard to control just how small you chop that butter up in a food processor, so it's something that I like to do by hand. Now, you can use a pastry blender just like this. I've got my flour in here, I've got cold butter that I've cut up, and all I'm gonna do is take this pastry blender and just use these little knives to chop it up into small pieces about the size of a pea. All right, so you can see here that we've got this butter cut up into tiny pieces that are about the size of a pea. But what happens if you don't have a pastry blender? It's as simple as using two butter knives to go in and just cross the knives and chop the butter up into small pieces. Or another method, and probably my favorite, pull out the box grater. Throw your butter in the freezer for about 30 minutes, then use your box grater to simply grate the butter right into the flour. Once it's finished, make sure all that butter's in there, stir it with a spoon to combine, and you're ready to go.